Welcome back to the GameDay Squad Rugby League show. We're going into Magic Round. We had an awesome round just then, and I took the lead 6-4. So welcome, Josh. You can start off with your score or your rank, whichever you want to embarrass yourself with first.
Let's leave the score alone.
Yep.
Ranked 155.
Okay.
Not happy. Again.
Okay.
I feel like I'm just on a streak of losing and I need to break it.
I got 133 with a score of 785. I'm not proud of either of those two, the rank or the score, but I'm just proud that I'm up 6-4 because honestly, what was I down 4-2?
It's a good comeback.
This is some awesome comeback.
But this is the only comeback you have.
All good things take time. Took time for me to get onto the top, but nothing lasts forever. So could be down next week. That's the beauty of GameDay Squad. And as a coach, first of all, I want to apologise to everyone. I want to apologise to Josh, New South Wales fans, Penrith fans, Shark fans, GameDay Squad fans, fans of us. I predicted Cleary and Hines 80 plus. Hines didn't play because he's injured himself. And then Cleary does his hammy.
Yeah, that's a mockery.
That is the worst, most cursed prediction. And
I think no player predictions for you this week.
I'm not allowed. Yeah, I'm going to take myself off the list because I've literally just put here, not allowed to predict. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think we should keep it that way.
So,
especially if there's any Bulldogs players.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll make some predictions about some dogs. No, but honestly, 6-4. We're going into Magic Round. We're going to be in Magic Round. You excited for that?
Mate, never been more keen.
Yeah, we've got some GameDay Squad content ready to go as well. Probably on the Friday
night, Saturday night, Sunday night.
Yeah, I'm so keen every night, but Friday should be the big one with Josh's team playing and the hometown team, the Broncos, playing as well. So
get around it.
Yeah, get around it. But let's go into strike, spare, misses. Who can we get around from your team in a tough week? I feel like we had the same player, by the way, for strike.
Tough week, but still standout players, which is good to see. Fanua Blake.
No, we're not the same guy.
I've got two. But Fanua Blake.
No. You got to stop losing and having two strikes.
Yeah, because I couldn't pick. So
okay.
Fanua Blake, I guess lucky he bagged a try. Extra, a few points with the line break and tackle break. 70 points.
70,
base card, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that within a losing side.
To my team.
Losing side. Yeah, not too bad. He all season. Played him every round. I think he's top scorer in my squad I'd say probably about 50% of the time.
I was going to say, it's got to be half the season.
50% of the time. So, if you don't have him, I don't know why you don't have him. His stats just back up every week.
Yeah, he's a freak. And the Warriors all of a sudden have lost, 3 or 4 in a row. Like, they're doing shocking, but he's still leading the way.
Yeah, without him, I think their for and against would be...
awful.
He's bagged 6 tries, I'm pretty sure. 5 or 6.
Yeah, but and how many does he stop? He's such a big body. Like, it's so hard to go past him.
Very fit for a big boy.
Yeah. Speaking of someone else who's very fit and looks like he's bouncing back into... Not that he was in bad form, but I feel like it just goes better leading up to Origin. Brian To'o. I played a gold card, scored 81. Honestly, Bizza, 11 tackle breaks, and the Dogs defended well and had a really good game. Like, it wasn't a high-scoring game. The score was 16-10 at the end. Like, Brian To'o scored 1 try. I think the try helped him get over the line, but honestly, 11 tackle breaks.
Yeah.
What a menace. I'm just looking forward to Origin just off hearing that.
Well, yeah. Oh, he's my second
strike.
3 line breaks as well to add to it. I think he only missed 1 or 2 tackles. No, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, he scores another try, he gets 100 points. All up, I'd say.
Oh, easily.
So did you play gold To'o?
Played a silver To'o.
Silver.
75 points.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, 81 for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Definitely a strike. Now, what about your spare?
My spare. It's Victor Radley. A silver Victor Radley, 30 points.
He shared the minutes.
Honestly, I thought he did better than that until the score was updated. I thought, maybe... I think he got a few offloads. Didn't miss many tackles.
No, he looked good out there, but I think Robbo just changed the rotation.
I don't think he played the normal game he would play, but also he had his hands on the ball, but it was more just, giving it on to the next bloke, spraying the ball instead of running. So that can impact the game very much for the player's score.
How many runs do you think Radley would have had last year or the year before in a game?
Oh, you'd say at least 10, 12.
You'd say at least, 12, 13 runs.
Yeah.
He had 6 hit-ups
Yeah, that explains.
So really, ball playing, passing the ball,
bit of different.
no penalties, no errors. Missed only a couple tackles, but just didn't run it up enough.
Or maybe Robbo just thinks he slows it up too much off the play of the ball. If it's better for him to play ball play in the middle.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not complaining. We're on a good winning streak, so.
Yeah. Well, he's a hold for me, but
Yeah.
not happy. Not happy.
I'm not happy with my split either. Stefano Utokumano, he's been doing well for the Tigers. He honestly started the season so well, but I feel like the last 3 weeks, he's kind of dipped in form. And I don't know what it is. He's just not running with the same intent that he had earlier on in the season where we saw him bag a couple tries. He was working with Coruscant really well. I think it was... I don't want to say he's playing more minutes because I think it's pretty similar off the top of my head. But he scored 38 points and he's just been doing a whole lot better. Like if that 38 goes, a couple more runs or tackle break offload here and there, and that turns into a 45, I'm not even looking at it as a spare. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, we can go past it. But yeah, a spare, and I don't think he'll be in my squad this week.
Well, man, we can even clip this up, but I think this shows the effect of having and missing your halfback.
Yeah, missing your halfback, Aiden
Caesar. I think he's been not many people are going to talk about it, but he's been a massive miss for them. You can see in the last few weeks, just not the same squad, the Tigers, and there's
no one to see them around.
Their forwards don't move like they were, even anyone around the ball. And Appy can just do so much. Like how many?
Yeah, he can't. You can't expect him to deliver the world.
Yeah, not 50 tackles and do all this, but add to the list of how many teams don't have their halfback, their starting halfback.
Yeah,
and it's still going. Sean Johnson recently, we're not sure if he's going to play. He might play.
Yeah, he might.
I don't think so. And got Moses, Hines,
Cleary, Sean Johnson, Aiden Caesar,
Adam Reynolds.
That's a third of the comp.
And nearly
Did you say Moses?
Yeah. Top 8 sides. Most of them could make the top 8, but maybe Tigers 9th.
I mean,
no joke upon.
You guys are just lucky Drew Hutchison's still fit.
I mean, he's probably the best halfback right now playing.
Oh, Sam Walker, mate. Come on.
Don't jinx it, mate. Don't jinx it.
We don't want to jinx anything. We'll move on to we'll jinx this team if we can. My miss, Sione Katoa. I played a gold Katoa.
Oh, no.
He had a crazy week 2 weeks ago. Last week was all right. And I thought they're going to get up for this clash. They got up and they ended up winning. No Hines. 6 points. Scored me 7 with the gold card. And it's probably why I didn't crack the top 100. That and poor coaching error myself.
Yeah.
Didn't know Hines was ruled out because I was out before the game.
I did message you.
You did message me, but I'd seen it and I was like, oh, Hines is out. And then just did nothing about it. I just forgot he was in my squad.
That's giving me the worst feeling.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I heard you played someone who wasn't playing as well. So we both had blunders this week.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Let's not talk about that one.
But anyway, yeah.
I
thought
my one was going to be worse than yours, considering you beat me. But
well, 7 is really bad. I mean, 7 and 0. Katoa and Hines, man. That's
pretty bad.
That's bad.
Well, mine was from my own club, kick out. 13, a silver kick out, 13. Yeah, that one hit hard. Wasted a silver card, bit of cash in the bank.
I wasted a gold card.
And 13 points. He had the ball in his hands quite a bit.
What happened? Errors?
I think he had about 4 or 5 errors, and we know errors just... It turns a decent game into just an absolute shocking game.
Yeah. You can't make errors. And that's the thing with back rowers. It's like, do you go with that extra edge forward or do you go with the front row forward? Because there's more upside in attack, but there's more downside when it comes to their errors. Like,
it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
I think it's the hardest part about playing.
I think the edge position is the hardest. Hardest with the most upside.
Or even the bench position. Yeah, that bench.
The bench spot, yeah.
It's just like, who do you play?
Look, we're 10 weeks in and I'm still struggling with the bench spot.
I need Olakau'atu back, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's back this week.
He really feels
so
the gap.
that's a big win for...
He helps Manly and he helps me.
Yeah, and what, Cherry's playing?
Yep, Cherry's in.
So Cherry and Olakau'atu link up against Broncos. It's going to be a massive game. Sold out, obviously.
I think...
I
just watched a video of Manly's story. He looks ready. He looks fit. He looks really fit.
Well, he's playing for an origin spot too.
Well, I think he's got it, to be honest.
I hope so. But
Adrian would hope so too.
Yeah, Adrian would be screaming. I also put Drinkwater in there as well because he got me 25 and did nothing against the Titans. And I so confidently said on the podcast last week that, like just jump on the back of Drinkwater against the Titans. Thought it was a good matchup. Titans ended up coming away with the win, which I did tip the Titans, so it doesn't shock me. But I did think that game would be an absolute shootout where we'd see probably 60 points in it. But we didn't. And when the Cowboys did look damaging, it was through Nanai, who I had in my team, my squad, which is good. But yeah, Drinkwater didn't fire, mate. But that's okay. We move on on the radar. I'd usually get you to go first, Josh.
You go first, mate.
But I've got one player who you would never expect me to say would be on my radar, just because of the relationship between the club and you know, been likely to give him some grief as a player.
Really?
Plays for my least favorite club.
I don't even know who your least favorite club is. Oh, the Rabbitohs.
Is Josh taking me seriously?
Latrell?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
For real.
You know, I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, maybe. But I was like, nah, you're not going to put him on your radar.
Honestly, listen up, everyone. Keep Latrell on your radar. He's one game back from injury. He played a bang-on average game and still managed to score a try and still managed to get decent points on the board, right? He is a game changer. He is a freak. When he's on, he's on. When he's not on, things don't look that good. But he's got to be the one that saves the club right now. They've got many players out. They're going to Magic Round. Whether he's thinking about Origin or not, it doesn't matter. He's really got to steer the club around, because if he has a bad season this year, look, I don't want to say the club will look away from him, but I'm pretty sure you got plenty of young people willing to take half the money he's on to do a job. And he's a big name player. Yeah. It was a marquee signing for the club and hasn't really delivered yet. Honestly, keep Latrell on your radar.
Well, Latrell here, just going through his stats for the match. 2 tries, 1 try assist, 1 line break assist, 2 line breaks, 5 tackle breaks, 1 missed tackle, 1 offload, only 2 errors. But for 63 points.
That's why he's on your radar, not on the transfer market. I'm not saying bring him in, but if you have a look, he's coming up against a Cowboys team who are the favourites to win this week at Magic Round. But this Cowboys team have lost, 4 in a row? And they're no strangers to conceding points. Yeah. I think if Latrell wants to really stand up, it comes this week where the Cowboys know Souths know Cowboys can concede points. Well, and Latrell loves the big stage, big arena. It's going to be sold out Suncorp.
It's safe to say that if Latrell doesn't take those hard carries, you know, we all know he just gives them off. If he's not scoring or getting a try assist, he's not going to score above 50 points. His base stats aren't there. I think that's where the risk is for owners.
Yeah, that is a huge risk for owners, but you don't think he's going to come out and take those hard carries?
He might.
After copping a loss?
Yeah, I mean, we never know what we're going to see from Latrell.
You never know what you're going to get from Latrell.
It's tough.
But look, they lost by 13 plus.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a big
against
factor.
The Dragons home ground, not the best weather.
True.
He's going to play on a dry, beaten up track against Cowboy side who are prone to leaking points. Agreed. I'm saying keep Latrell on your radar.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You got anyone on?
Yeah, mate. On my radar.
On your radar.
Listen, to be honest, on my honest opinion.
Yeah, I want your honest opinion.
I don't actually have anyone on my radar.
Are you trying to say that your squad is stacked?
I'm telling you, I made a mistake.
And that's the reason why you're down 6-4.
Yeah, honestly, yes. My own person on my radar was Olukwatu, only because he wasn't playing. So now he's back.
He's back in your squad.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
You have a silver Olukwatu?
I actually have a gold Olukwatu.
Okay.
So that's my radar.
I feel like overall, if we just assess all our cards, I genuinely think you've got the better cards. I just purely think that it's just the decisions I've made for me over the line.
You're not going to guess who I got in my free pack.
I'm not going to guess, no. Who is it?
Guess.
What team?
It's above your head.
Teddy.
We've got James Tedesco. I know you have him, so I'm going to counter with him. Tommy's out. Man. Everyone knows I had a gold Tommy card. Tommy out.
Hines is named, and I don't think he'll play.
That's a risk you got to take. I mean, you always can change it, but...
That means Tedesco's in for an even bigger and better game. I reckon we'll be the Sharks.
Fair enough.
All right, but we'll move on to the transfer market because Josh thinks he's stacked.
Yeah.
Transfer market, I want to take a look at Bradman Best.
Let's go.
110 points. He was the top scorer of the round. He took him for a bath.
That was bad.
That was really bad. He damaged the right side defense of the Tigers.
It seemed like they weren't even there.
No, I know. It was bad. And they even changed a few people. I know they had an injury, so they made a couple of shifts, but it doesn't matter. Like, Bradman Best was like, people talking about Origin spots, who's going to get the jersey, like, you know, did you forget that I was the Origin center last year? And he really showed everyone.
He showed him.
And he comes up against the Titans, who are missing 2 of their best players in Foran and Brimson, which are their halves pairing. So the lack of direction, the extra efforts that the centers are going to have to put in attack, that when it comes to time to defend, Bradman is running all over you, all right? So I'm going Bradman best. Get him in.
Get him in, and I'm pretty sure he's got that Blues jersey.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He's playing for it.
Who would you put in centers? I'd put Stephen Crichton and Bradman best.
It's hard to go against that. Tommy out. Latrell, I don't see him being fit enough or in form to be
For
against that Queensland line that's pretty much already named. That's the scary part. Then
That's what I can't stand. They can name themselves like
their team's already named, and we're struggling to pick our centers, which we know the centers don't win the game for your team, for your squad. So, Bradman Best deserves to be there. He'll give it to the Queenslanders, but put him into your squad. I think if you can get him,
honestly, 110 points.
It's unbelievable.
He's no stranger to tackle breaks and busting out.
He's a player like, if we're talking about compared to Latrell, obviously two different positions, but a player that wants the ball in his hands and wants to take the hard carries. That's where the points come from.
Yeah. Bradman Best screams, give me the ball.
Yeah.
Like, that used to be Latrell when he was playing centre, but doesn't happen at fullback. So, yeah, get your point there. But, yeah, he's definitely a player that I got there on the transfer market. I got another player as well, but I'll let you share yours since you've got everyone in your – you got all the cards in the world.
Well, yeah. Well, I've decided to bring in Angus Crichton, a gold Angus Crichton.
Yeah.
Spent some money on him.
Don't blame you.
And it's hard because 2 weeks in a row now, two tries in back-to-back games, 2 tries in the recent game, 9 tackle breaks.
Bruh.
Only 1 missed tackle in the middle there, 1 offload, and that's all we need to hear.
And he's playing 80 every week.
For a score with a gold cut of 97, which is unbelievable. Yeah, it's, to be honest, I'm surprised because I don't think we have such a good start to a season.
Yeah.
And to come back after what's happened, he's done very well. So I think it's worth bringing him to your squad. Not many players playing solid. I know tries give you, to be honest, tries don't give you as many points as people think. So bagging the true tries, comparing it to 97 points, it's not too bad. Like, I think you can score good 60 base stats without tries. So
fair enough. I mean, I can't complain about you wanting, or you bringing in Angus Crichton, a rooster who's done a fantastic job. Looks like you got a couple of chookies in that squad.
I've got 3 on the bench.
Who is it? You got
on the bench, but
Teddy, this bloke. Get a load of that. Down 6-4 and talking smack.
Teddy, Victor, and Angus.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't play Victor personally, but I'll let you make the decisions, coach. I've got another person on the transfer market who I'm thinking just go out and get them. Now, I want to ask you, who have been the 3 fullbacks that we all talk about on GameDay Squad? Everyone talks about them. It's like, which one am I playing out of these 3?
Reece Walsh.
Walsh?
The ones that are still fit?
Oh, no, even if they're not fit.
Oh, Pappenhausen. Tommy. Yeah. Yeah.
List goes on, right? But no one mentions Dylan Edwards.
I know, it's ridiculous.
And he's outshone all the fullbacks this season. You can't lie. He's actually been he's the form player of the comp. He's the leader of the Dally M points. And honestly, with Cleary out now, he's going to have to carry them and lift even more, and he'll go back to goal-kicking duties. I'm saying you bring Dylan Edwards in.
He's winning Dally M as well.
He'll win Dally M, yeah, deservedly.
I think you're correct. You need him in your squad. He's just
yeah, you need him in
I
there,
don't think I've ever seen a fullback play like him. For real.
He's so complete right now. And it's not like, oh, he's got this or he's got that or he does that really well. It's like, no, he's actually doing everything.
He is. He's basically, with no clear on the field, he's the halfback at fullback.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous to say.
He's a 6 and 7 in one.
It's true. And the way he could do everything
and he wears number 1.
Yeah. And the way he could do everything on the field so at ease.
It looks, even his goal kicking looks effortless. Like you would actually think he's their first choice kicker.
He must have gone to like, oh no, he's come back a different man.
Honestly, for me, he was always known as the guy who like, you know, he didn't make an error. He's safe and he'll make meters running back. Yeah. But now I'm seeing him as a try scorer, a goal kicker.
Yeah, this year he just been a different man.
Like,
I can't even explain it, but he's taking control of the squad.
I don't know why he doesn't get enough hype. Do you feel like it's because he's a dependent where everyone's like, oh, they're such an awesome system, or they got Cleary and all the hype's around Cleary? Like, is that what it is?
Yes, but at the same time now, I think being on top of the Dally M's, Cleary's been in and out this year so far and now obviously out. I think attention goes to Dylan Edwards.
Well,
How can it not?
hopefully the attention stays away from him for a bit, just so I can get him in the squad. Not too many others can. But yeah, I'm happy to move to the fan questions. But did you have anyone else that you wanted to?
I was going to say,
because I know you brought in Angus Crichton.
I was going to say a player that's just playing out of his skin right now, Wishart.
Somehow, this is someone who I don't overly rate, to be honest with you.
I didn't think, I thought really good off the bench. There's going to be something in him if Bellamy's playing him every week off the bench. But the way I don't know, the skill he showed on the weekend, the pace, the ball playing, like, he had it all as a complete halfback, and there's not many complete halfbacks in the game.
He just became a Bellamy player overnight.
Yeah, and he did his job. I mean, they didn't grab the win, but I think he was the best on.
He scored a try, didn't he?
He scored a try.
Yeah.
Just lost, a bit controversial. Harry Grant.
Yeah.
Come out. Then
what about that knock-on try? What was that all about? See that?
Which one was that? Oh, yeah.
They went up as no try. They overturned it. And I was like, how did that get overturned?
Yeah, if that was a doggies try, I think it would have been overturned, to be honest. But
yeah.
for the first time, we could say maybe Melbourne were done hard.
It's good to see. It's good.
I don't know if we can say that, but yeah, anyways.
Yeah. We'll keep it fantasy related.
Wishart, I don't know, like if you want to bring him in, but I'm pretty sure.
Take a risk there.
I'm not sure. Is Hughes back? I don't think so. So,
Hughes still.
I don't know how long he's out for. So, if you want, bring him in.
We're not going to know. Melbourne aren't going to tell us the full extent, I don't think.
Never. Yeah, we're never going to know. But that's another play. If you're thinking of bringing someone like player of difference, there he is.
Okay. Well, let's get into stats don't lie before we get into the fan questions, eh?
Let's do it.
Because I want to tell you this stat. I've got the same formula behind my two stats.
Yeah.
You ready for it?
Go for it.
In the last 3 games against Manly, Broncos have averaged 37 points. So they've scored 110 points in 3 games against Manly, the last 3. That's an average of 37 points. 2 of those games were Magic Round games. Home game at Magic Round, Manly without Turbo. Can they turn up the heat? And do we see Walsh go to another level with no Turbo? And in front of that home crowd that he loves so much.
Simply yes.
Yeah? Are we seeing it happen? I know.
I think we know what's going to happen.
What, you're saying like Broncos, like an absolute pumping?
Yeah. It's going to be rough.
Look, I hope it's a rough night for Manly because we're going to be there, which is going to be exciting to see the home crowd get up like that.
On a serious note, Manly play around Tommy. It's true. We've seen it.
We've seen it for so long, but, to go against your point here, was it last year or the year before where we saw Turbo out for like 7 or 8 games and Manly won like 5 or 6 of them?
Yes, but you just tell they had a hard preseason and it was based off Tommy and everything is looking for Tommy. Even in the middle in the hard carries, Tommy's roaming there and that's what gets the defenders off.
I feel like Manly is so much more confident now knowing they've got a strike edge player like Olakwatu who's playing consistent football, whereas last year was a bit inconsistent. And they've got Brooks doing well on the other side.
I agree with you.
Do you think they need him as much as what they needed him in previous years?
Yeah. I only say yes because they have a lot of game plans around him, and also Olakwatu come back is positive, but you need more Olakwatu to create dents in that Broncos line, bro. Like you need different alternatives the size of a Cherry Evans short ball or Olakwatu or a Grower in behind, which is what the game
Broncos are going to be all over that,
and they're going to be all over it at home, Magic Round. Yeah,
and the last game at home was a tough loss to us, so
it's written all over it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, averaging 37 points against Manly, they'll back it up, I think.
Yeah.
Now, the last 3 games against the Titans, the Knights have also put on 110 points, which is obviously also an average of 37 points. So, in the Magic Round special, we'll see them without Foran and Brimson. Can the Newcastle Knights turn it on and do the same thing, average another 37 points? And who are you picking if you had to pick 2 players in your squad? Because I'm going Bradman Best. And bit of a shock one here, Jackson Hastings.
Really?
I played Hastings last week. I got to get up his score for you because I don't think it was fantastic, but the week before was pretty good.
Hastings? That's a player of difference.
It's a pod. I mean, really I've got no Hughes, no Hines, no Reynolds. I had to play Hastings. But
wow.
what do you think? Like averaging 37 points, same as the Broncos. That's a stat. The stats don't lie.
I actually can't think off the top of my head.
I've caught you off guard here.
Yeah,
do you go with Armstrong, the young fullback?
If he doesn't get his hands on the ball enough, it's tough.
So really, your only option is Bradman Best and you need another strike player, like if you're going with two, because you want to make the most of it, do you go a Greg Marzu?
Yeah, tackle breaks, man.
Like the tackle breaks are insane from that bloke.
Plus they're on the same side. So you can't really go wrong. If you're thinking, if
Hastings got me 40, by the way.
that's pretty good.
Probably better than what you had in mind, right?
Yeah, correct. If you go with Bam and Best, why not just go with his pairing? You go with
You know, going there the 3 force dropouts.
yeah, that's big.
That's a key
Forced
one that I think
dropouts
people forget about.
Force dropouts to do a difference, even for like a player like Dylan Edwards.
Yeah,
He gets a few.
honestly, I got to get Edwards in there this week.
Agreed.
But yeah, they're my two stats. They're the same stat, just for two different
I like it.
sides. So yeah, I hope you guys like it as well. Are you going to grace us with the stat?
I actually don't have a stat besides doggies haven't lost Magic Round this year.
Can I tell you, dogs have never won Magic Round. That's a stat. Isn't that right?
Is that actually a stat?
Well, Magic Round's been around for 3 years. I don't think Bulldogs have ever won a Magic Round.
Well, guess what? I've never been to Magic Round, so doggies haven't lost in Magic Round when I was there.
That's true. And they're also undefeated when you're there.
When I'm not there?
No.
Oh, they're still undefeated. Yeah, because
Undefeated. They haven't
So
lost. You haven't
listen-
been there.
I'm telling you now, we're winning, and that's a great stat.
That's Josh's stat.
That's a fair stat.
So it goes down 6-4. His stat is about his Bulldog side. Josh is riding on a lot of confidence right now for someone
I'm
who's
literally just
down.
staring at my squad.
So yeah, he's trying to make changes during the show just because he's listening to my advice and he's making changes. All right. So do we get into the fan questions?
Let's do it.
These are for you, Josh. All right. I'm putting you on the spot this time.
Let's go.
Who top scores a Magic Round?
Let's go Reece Walsh.
What's the worst last minute omission you've suffered? Oh, I'll just say mine was Hines. Literally this round.
But yeah, it can't get worse than that.
Yeah. And you left him in or did you pull him out?
No, I never had him.
Oh, you never had him?
I think mine's just plain Tarpany
Tarpany?
off a bye.
Yeah. That's pretty bad. What 3 halves are you guys playing this week? That's the last question. Probably the hardest. Although asking for a prediction of top score Magic Round is pretty hard.
Do you
But
want to
what
know
3 halves are we playing?
I'm playing? You want to know who I'm playing?
Yeah, I want to know. Who
I am playing a silver Munster,
Yep.
gold Sean Johnson, and a bronze Dylan Brown.
I'm going to play 3 bronze cards. I'm thinking going Ezra Mam, Cameron Munster, Jackson Hastings. Wham, bam, Ezra Mam.
Mate, at the start of the season, Ezra Mann was averaging like 6 points.
Yep, he was started with a -4 against my Roosters, but this game against Manly, wait a minute. I've just realised Mam's facing Olakwatu, right?
Correct. No.
Yeah?
HIA, bro.
Yeah, Mam's not in there.
Went Bam out of there.
Yeah, Wham, bam, out of there. All right, I'll have to fix that one up. But Josh, do you have any predictions? Because I jinxed them last week, so I'm not allowed predictions this week. But do you have any predictions?
For the round?
Yeah, for the round, anyone who's going to score a certain amount of points or...
Give me the magic ball. Got the magic ball. My magic ball is saying, first game of the round,
Do not speak about the Bulldogs.
it's going to Golden Point.
Dogs game?
Golden Point. It's going to delay the second game. Magic ball. And Matt Byrne slots it from 40 out. Blow up.
If that happens,
If we post that and it doesn't happen, I'll just have to delete it. But other than that,
but if it does happen, I'll give you my best card on GameDay Squad.
let's go.
Deal?
Done.
All right.
That's actually really risky.
That is
I
risky.
mean, also, it's probably like very low odds of it happening. But
I hope Burton slots it from 39 out and then it's done.
Bro's going to tape measure out.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll be a Magic Round. We'll be doing a lot of GameDay Squad content there. So make sure you follow us on all socials at Sportshed TV. And like I said, no prediction because I don't want to jinx anything. But I am up 6-4. We'll see what happens in Magic Round.
But
And
you
if
could
the
just
Magic
jinx-
happens, I'll
you
be up
could- You could
7-4.
just jinx at the other team. Correct. If you have that power.
Okay, I'll make a prediction that Sharks win 30 plus.
Oh my days! You could clip that.
No, don't clip it. Don't clip that. But we'll wrap it up here. Enjoy your week. Good luck. Honestly,
go.
coaches, it's a new start every single week.
Yeah.
All right. So
The week I come back.
yeah, don't take your losses hard. Look, Josh bounces back every week. So best of luck, everyone.